You might be on the fence about laser hair removal. Today, we're gonna dive into the process and benefits of laser hair removal here at Milan. We get a lot of questions about the consultation process. Let's chat about that a little bit.
For sure. So the consultation is completely free of charge, and anybody can either give us a call or they can go online to book a consultation. That process typically takes about 30 minutes to an hour. It just depends. And that is when our client comes into the clinic and meets with the clinic manager. During that time, we have you fill out a health history just so we can ensure that we have a really good understanding about your medical background. We go through a lot of information about laser hair removal just so you feel really well educated about the process. And we make sure that we answer all of your questions so that you feel really confident about moving forward with the process.
That's perfect. I absolutely love that you pointed out that we make sure we answer all of their questions. Sometimes when clients come in, they're unsure if their hair is actually treatable or not. So one of the things we do at Milan is we have great teamwork. So we'll have a provider come in as well and sometimes assess the hair in that area. That way we can let that client know if they have that treatable hair in the area and what that reduction might look like for them.
Absolutely. The entire goal of the consultation is to ensure we can really customize the different solutions that we are offering you as a client and to make sure that you feel really comfortable and excited about moving forward.
Beautiful. On top of that, we also make sure you fill out a health history form. So our providers will assess that health history form, and from there, we can ensure that you have that safe, effective treatment.
We want to ensure that throughout your treatment process and before we get you started with treatments, that your skin is at its natural base skin tone. That ensures that it's very safe for the laser to treat over. And that also includes self-tanners and bronzers. So we want you to come in with your skin at its base tone. On top of that, we want the skin free and clear of products. So no lotions, makeup, deodorant, anything like that. And we want to make sure that you shave before treatment as well. And I know that's important for a lot of reasons.
Absolutely. That nice close shave is really going to ensure that you get an effective treatment because that's going to allow the energy from the laser to really target the root of that hair follicle and disrupt that connection during that growth phase. That's really what's going to get us that hair reduction and lead us to those permanent hair-free results.
And having that hair in the follicle when we treat over it is what really ensures that the process is permanent, right?
Absolutely. So we want to make sure that our clients aren't waxing, shaving, tweezing, things like that before the treatment. That way we have that follicle there and intact so that when we perform that laser hair removal treatment, we actually have those follicles there to target.
The great part is that you can shave between all of your treatments. Obviously, if you're here for laser hair removal, it's because you don't want hair in that area in the first place. So you have the ability to shave throughout the entire treatment process and you don't have to let it grow out.
Absolutely. And for sure, our clients are going to notice those results right off the bat. As they start shaving, they're gonna notice more and more that there is less hair in that area. It's gonna start coming back more fine, less dense, and eventually they're not gonna have to shave at all. For our clients at Milan, when they come into the clinic, they should expect to be greeted up front by one of our team members, and then they'll be taken back to their treatment room. From there, the provider's gonna come in, introduce themselves, make sure we have the right person, and talk to you about those areas that we're gonna be treating that day. They're also going to make sure they do a very thorough skin assessment. We're not only asking questions of the clients, but we're also looking at those areas as well, because we do need to ensure that the skin is at baseline skin tone and that they do not have any excess color and that there is no product on the skin. So that means no makeup, moisturizers, skin tint, chapstick, deodorant in those areas that we are treating. After that, the provider is going to set up those laser settings to that client's specific skin type. So we do have a protocol at Milan that is very set based on our clients' skin types. That's going to ensure that we perform those very safe treatments and we reduce the risk of any potential complications.
That's one of my favorite parts actually about the Milan difference is that we have that exclusive protocol where we customize all of our treatment plans to each individual client and where they're at in their process, because not only do they get results as quickly as possible, but we know it's as safe as possible as well.
After that, what our providers are going to do is we're going to use our white eyeliner pencils and we are going to outline that body area to make sure we are treating the exact same area every single time that client comes in. That way, if they get a treatment in one state, let's say Nebraska, and then they go to, for example, Florida and get a treatment there, they're going to get the exact same area treated. We want to have that consistency across the board.
What if I start my treatments at one location and then I do say go to a clinic in a different state? Do I have to worry about the settings being different?
Absolutely not. We do have an electronic medical record keeping system that has all of your treatments in there so that if you go to another state, if you move, you're on vacation and you still want to get your laser hair removal treatment, you can absolutely call into a clinic there and we'll get you in for that treatment.
I love that it's so seamless that way for our clients.
Absolutely.
It's important that we see our clients every 5 weeks. At any given time, only a certain amount of your hair follicles are active. So as we treat that body area, we are able to permanently treat those hair follicles which are active at that time. We know that hair grows in cycles about every 5 weeks. So you come in, you get treated, you wait 5 weeks, and the hair that comes back or the hair that is present in that area is new growth and new follicles that we haven't been able to treat yet. So it's really important that we stay on that every 5-week cycle. And as a provider, I know that you can go in a little bit more too about how those growth cycles work.
Absolutely. So we do have 4 main hair growth cycles that we have. We have the anagen phase, which is really going to be that growth phase. This is where we are targeting that hair follicle. That's going to be what gets us those permanent results. Next, we have the catagen phase. That really is that phase where it's starting to slow in that growth and it's kind of breaking off of that connection with that blood supply. After that, we'll have our telogen phase. This is just kind of that resting phase where it's just hanging out, it's chilling, relaxing. And then we go into the exogen phase. And this is where that hair follicle starts to shed out of that area. We want to make sure when those clients come in, they're coming in every 5 weeks. That's going to ensure that we are able to hit those hairs when they're in that active hair growth cycle.
Does a hair have to be hit more than once, or once it's gone, is it gone forever?
Once it's gone, it's gone.
That's awesome.
Yes.
A lot of clients ask why they would need a lifetime guarantee if laser hair removal is permanent. And the answer to that is laser hair removal is permanent for the follicles that are treated. However, because of the different active growth cycles as well as hormonal shifts, you could have new follicles produce hair that haven't previously. And our lifetime guarantee really protects you from that and gives you the ability to get touch-ups as needed down the road completely free of charge. There are no hidden fees, and that's at any Milan in the nation. So we really want to protect our client experience and ensure that they're satisfied with their results for a lifetime.
That's one of those things that we really love to touch on, not only during the consultation, but also throughout that entire client journey. We want to make sure we're all on the same page when we talk about that process and what those follow-ups are going to look like for clients. So when they come in for that first treatment, we're educating them that they're going to be having those treatments every 5 weeks. That's again to ensure that we hit that hair in that active growth phase. At a certain point, they're going to have really good reduction. We're going to push them out to a 10-week follow-up. When we do this, it's going to allow us to target more hair follicles at once because we have 2 hair growth phases that we are hitting. And then eventually our clients will be able to graduate those areas and be at that 95% or higher reduction.
Amazing. And to put it simply, we're going to treat you until you feel like you no longer have hair to maintain.
If you're tired of your previous method of hair removal and interested in laser hair removal, contact Milan for your free consultation today.